Once upon a time, in a little woodland village, a tiny bear named Benny was about to celebrate his very first birthday. His friends had been planning for weeks, balloons were ready, gifts were packed, and the banners were hung high between the trees. But there was one very special gift that hadn't been wrapped yet, a magical little album to hold all the memories of this day. And today, we are going to make this album for Benny's birthday. So let's pick up your scissors, your papers, and glue, and let's bring Benny's birthday to life. For this, I am using Hip Hip Hooray collection from Graphic 45. We are going to start the process by preparing the album base. We are going to take a chipboard piece which measures 3.5 by 5 inches. This piece we are going to wrap with any choice of pattern paper. I am using a green color for my cover page. Now using any PVA glue, we will stick this chipboard sheet on a pattern paper. Now let's take a mini ball tool and score at the edges of this chipboard sheet. This will help our paper to get a crisp finishing when we are going to fold it. Because I wanted to give a round corner to my album base, hence I have rounded two corners of this chipboard sheet. Now we are going to wrap our pattern paper on that. For this, we are simply going to give multiple slits on the pattern paper and then we are going to stick it. Now I am going to rub the corners to make it extra smooth. And following the exactly same method, I have made one more page. Now these will work as my album's back page and cover page. Now it's time to prepare the spine for the album base. I took a chipboard sheet of 1.5 by 5 inches and now I am going to wrap it with a pattern paper. Here all the three pieces are ready. One is cover page, then the spine and the back page. Now I am going to arrange this keeping in mind a gap of 1 by 8th of an inch between the spine and the cover and back page. Now to stick all these pieces together, I am going to take a strip of pattern paper of your choice and now we are going to stick at the back side of my cover page. So as you can see in the video, we need to do exactly the same way. This is a very beautiful binding technique absolutely new and you definitely gonna have fun while making it. Before folding your cover page, make sure you give a little score line at the corners, which will make it easy for you to fold your pages. And here we go. We have the cutest cover page ready in no time. Now comes the most interesting and fun part of this entire album, which is making this pop-up page. For this, I took a cardstock, all the measurements I am mentioning on the screen. So please refer at the top corner of the screen. Now, let's grab the scoreboard and score at the center of this cardstock. Once that is done, we are going to fold it, and this way we are going to get two pages for our album. For creating the pop-ups in between the pages, I am going to take these two strips. One is smaller in size and one will be the bigger one. Now we are going to fold this strip from the center and we will be giving a gusset of 3 by 4 of an inch to both the sides. If you feel that difficult, you can refer the measurements which was mentioned on the screen. Same way we are going to fold the big strip as well. We'll score at the center, then 3 by 4 of an inch from both the sides. And now it's time to fold all the score lines. Because my album cover page is with rounded corners, hence we are going to round the corners of all the pages we are going to make. Now let's decorate the inside part of this pages using any choice of your pattern paper. I am going to use a pattern paper which has little minimal design on it so that once we are going to add our 3D elements or the characters, it would be properly visible. After that, we are going to stick this pop-up strip which we recently prepared. So first of all, I am going to paste the smaller strip first. For that, I am going to apply the glue only to the folded part of 3 by 4 of an inch to both the sides. Now, once you apply the glue, make sure to align the folded line of the strip with the folded line of the page. So first align the center line and then we are going to stick the folded parts. Same way we are going to attach the bigger strip, but this time it is going to be little below than the smaller one. Now I am using the same pattern paper to apply on this folded strips because I want that folded mechanism or the pop-up mechanism should be merged with the background. And I wanted to give all the attention on the characters which I am going to add inside it. Now for the next step, I have done lots and lots of fussy cutout. For this, I choose a pattern paper which you can see on the screen and I have cut out these characters from the different part of this page. The pattern paper size which I am using here is 8 by 8 inches. Now before adding the pop-up character to the mechanism, we are going to add some of the fussy cutout at the background so that we can prepare the background and we can make it more relatable. For this, I am using this tiny door, a wooden log, and few more characters at the background. For that, you simply need to apply glue and paste it. You don't require to use any double-sided foam tape for giving any dimension. One thing which I missed to inform you earlier, that I distressed all these fussy cutout characters. But don't worry, distressing these characters we are going to cover in the upcoming part of this video. Now here we have a fussy cutout of Benny with his father and mother, because this element is little big in size and we wanted to make it a center of this pop-up page. Hence, I am going to fold this character from the center. And now, this folded line I am going to align with the folded part of the strip. For attaching these fussy cutouts to the folded strip, we are simply going to use any PVA glue. Apply the glue at the bottom part of the fussy cutout and you just paste your characters on the strip. Give it some time to dry and then you can check by folding and unfolding your pages. The same way I am going to attach all the other characters which is related to this theme. As said earlier, let's see how to distress the characters. For this I am using distress ink, which shade is vintage photo, and this is perfect to go with all the characters. It is not very dark and not very light. After de-stressing, you will see a visible difference to all the characters and it will really look that it is popping out. I am also going to do a fussy cutout of these banners which I am going to paste at the top corners of my page. And that's how the beautiful page looks like. Now to add more detailings and some shadow to the entire setup, we are going to take the same distress ink. I have applied it on a craft mat, sprinkled some water and diluted it. Now I'll take very lighter shade and start applying to the corners of most of my elements. Make sure to apply this diluted ink at the base of each character. This is going to give a effect of a ground, that your character is standing on something or maybe a ground. Applying the ink in this way is really going to change the entire look of your work, but you need to make sure that you are applying very lighter shade. Now following the same method, I have made one more pop-up with some different characters and this is how it looks. So I decided to use these two pop-ups for my album and I hope Benny would really love it. Now I took pieces of cardstock, one for the page and one for the spine. Let's prepare the page first. For that, I'm going to take my scoreboard and will score at 1 by 4th of an inch lengthwise. And now I'm going to fold this scored line. Also, I'm going to round the corners of my pages. The same way I have prepared total 6 pages. Now let's attach all these pages to the spine. For that, I am going to take my one pop-up page and will take one page which we recently made. Now I am going to attach one page which folded part is towards one side and other page which folded part will be towards the other side. Now we will paste all these together. And this way you would be able to attach these pages on the spine cardstock. Now the same way I am going to attach my other pop-up. So basically we need to attach this into a sandwich style. Keeping in mind the folded sides are towards the both the side of the pop-up page. Now to attach all these prepared pages on the spine, I am going to apply the glue to the folded 1/4 inch of a part, and we are simply going to paste it on this cardstock which we cut out for a spine. While pasting, just make sure that the gap between each pages should be 1/4 of an inch. There might be a chance that you have to overlay the folded 1/4 inch of a part. That's perfectly fine, you can do that. After attaching all the pages, this is how my album looks like. Now this entire setup I am going to attach with my album base. For that I am going to apply glue to the spine, this base, and I am going to paste it here like this. And once that is done, you can start decorating your album pages as per your wish. I have also attached a ribbon before adding the pattern paper so that I can give a closure to my album. I also have a video where I taught that how to attach a ribbon to the base. So you can refer that video. I will share the link in the description. Now comes the most interesting part, which is to decorate the cover page. For that, I will start applying a dry brushing of white color acrylic paint on my cover page. This basically I am doing so that my characters would be more visible. This is absolutely optional step, but if you do it, you would definitely see a difference in your work. And here you can see the difference. So if I add a character on this page and to the back page, you can definitely see the difference it gives. Now, as we have done earlier, I have done lots and lots of fussy cutout, which I have de-stressed using the vintage photo de-stress ink. And now I will start adding all my fussy cutouts layer by layer. So I am starting my cover page decoration by attaching this banner, and I am simply using a white glue to attach it. Now here I took the fussy cutout part of a tree which I am attaching to one side of the cover page, and also I am going to take these little gift boxes with balloon which I am going to attach to the other corner. Because it's Benny's birthday gift, so we want to make it a center of attraction. For that, I am adding Benny with his parents at the center. But before that, let's prepare the background first. After adding all the characters, first of all, I am going to use the distress ink and will highlight all these fussy cutouts which we have added at the background. So I simply took my distress ink on my craft mat, I diluted it with water, and now I am going to take my brush and start giving the shading to all the fussy cutout characters, and also I will give the base to tree and the gift boxes. Now before adding Benny and his parents, I want to make this particular fussy cutout little sturdy. For that I am attaching this entire fussy cutout on a piece of cardstock, and once that is attached I am simply going to fussy cut it out again. I am distressing this fussy cutout again so that the white edges of this cardstock will hide. Now let's attach Benny with his parent using a double-sided foam tape. This is going to give the dimension to our main characters. And once again, I am going to take this diluted ink and will highlight the base of all the characters. So now that we have created this magical little book, let me walk you through Benny's birthday album. As we open this album, see this cute little pockets and the tuck-in photo mats, perfect to fill with memorable pictures and lots of wishes. And here the main celebration begins. Our master Benny sitting on his father's lap. Benny's friends are arriving for birthday party with balloons and lots of gifts. And yes, there is another pocket for a tiny note or a little memory. So that's the walkthrough of Penny's birthday album, where each page is like a tiny memory. And now it's your turn to make one for yourself and fill it with your own story. I really wish that Benny is going to love his birthday gift. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.